What's up going on, everybody? This is Mario from the SUPASIDE YouTube, and this is a change of plan video. I meant to upload SCP containment breach, but something's wrong with my I tried OBS, NVIDIA Shadowplay, and actually did record an entire SCP video, but Shadowplay wants to blink. It wants to just flash white, black, white, black, white, black. So I don't want to give you guys seizures, so I can't, upload it, because, like, come on now. Well, who am I? Who am I? So instead, we're gonna be testing our brains. We're gonna see if you smart. We're gonna see if you guys are smart. You're gonna see how dumb I am. We're gonna watch some riddles that will make your blood run cold. This is uploaded by Brightside. Make sure you subscribe to the SUPASIDE YouTube, especially if you got at least one wrong. Hey. Oh. Brightside.
All right, detectives. 6 crime riddles that will make your blood run cold.
All right, let's do it.
Right here and now, you have a chance to try your hand at being a detective. Only you're the type that solves some of the most mysterious and gruesome crimes. After each riddle, you'll have 15 seconds to close the case. If you need more time, well, just pause the video.
Like it says, you can pause it.
Number 1. Scissors of death. One day, a detective was called to investigate a very unusual crime. Christy Evans was found dead, and she was without a doubt the victim of murder.
Right.
The weapon was found nearby. It was a simple pair of scissors. The baffling thing was that Christy wasn't stabbed or cut. There was no mess in the room and not a single trace of blood.
Okay.
Then, how could the woman have been killed with a sharp and pointy object?
Shut up, Jordan!
Take your time, gather your wits, and try to solve this strange mystery.
What? Hold on, we gotta pause that. We gotta pause that. She has, obviously, scissors. You get cut, you get stabbed, ain't no blood nowhere. So it's obvious. It's obvious that she, I don't know. She threw up the pair of scissors. She threw them up, and that's how she died. All right, let's move on. I don't know.
Christy had been hooked up to a life support system. The murderer simply used the scissors to cut the breathing tube. Kind of takes your breath away, doesn't it?
Screw you!
Number 2.
It's not
fatal
fair.
Car crash.
I'm 1 for 1.
A horrible accident happened on a highway. A truck and an RV collided with each other when the motorhome suddenly swerved into the opposite lane. The accident claimed 3 lives: the driver of the truck and 2 people in the RV, Mike Morrill and James Davis. Only Thomas Wilson, who had been in the motorhome, managed to come out alive. So, naturally, the police interviewed the lone survivor. Thomas informed them that Mike had been driving, while he and James had been drinking beer and having a chat in the passenger lounge. He went on to say that just as James got up to grab some more beer from the fridge, they crashed into the truck. James was thrown to the back of the RV, where he hit his head on the corner of a table and died instantly. According to Thomas, he himself remained unharmed since he was sitting at the moment of the collision. The detective investigating the case read Thomas's statement and the medical examiner's report. He then arrested Thomas for the murder of James Davis. But why? Has this detective lost his mind? Or perhaps you see the same thing he did. If not, 15 seconds for you to figure it out.
No! Who's James? I'm about to get another one wrong. I'm gonna pause it for just 10 more seconds. It's 10 more seconds. Did you get it right? What is it? Tell me. Tell me! I can't hear you! No! He then arrested Thomas for the murder of James Davis because, alright, I gotta give you an answer. I'll give you a quick answer. Fast, okay? what he did, he saw them about to crash, right? So he said, hey, bah, get that beer over. He put the table there. They crashed.
James had, in fact, survived the crash perfectly in one piece. But after the accident, Thomas murdered him by smashing his head against the table. The thing is that if James had been standing up during the crash, he would have flown towards the windshield, not backwards, at the moment of impact. Did you figure that one out on your own? Hit the like button and let yourself be known. Number 3.
Of course, even Grand Theft Auto teaches you that. It's like you think too much, you think too hard, and you just don't get it. Alright, let's continue. Well, I can't hit the like button, Mr.
Number
guy.
3.
I got it wrong.
Death in the desert.
Death in the desert. We're gonna...
A man was walking across the desert
Listen.
when he suddenly saw a huge cliff up ahead. As he approached it, he noticed a dead body lying at the bottom. It was a man in just his underwear, and it wasn't Walter White. And even more perplexing was the fact that he was holding a straw in his hand. Can you explain how the man died and how he got there if the man died after falling from a height? The straw wasn't a drinking straw, it was a straw of hay. If he hadn't died, 3 men would be dead. The man was in kind of a vehicle before his death. The desert traveler had nothing to do with the man's death. You've got 15 seconds to crack this bizarre riddle.
What? Oh my god. That's ridiculous. So he died after falling from a height. The straw wasn't... Could it be like, you know, those little frat things where he pulled the straw? If he hadn't died, 3 men would be dead. Screw it, man. If you got it, leave it. I don't even know, yo. I don't feel like thinking. I'm not gonna get it, so what's the point?
It just so happened that 3 friends were traveling in a hot air balloon. Unfortunately, their balloon started to lose altitude and was about to crash into the cliff. The men threw out everything they could and even stripped down to their underwear, all to no avail. Finally, they had nothing left to do but to draw straws and pick the person who would have to jump out. The man found in the desert had lost, but his sacrifice saved his friends. And yes, for him, it was the last straw. Number 4.
So, look,
office murder.
Okay, look, I did think of that. I was thinking of a frat, you know, the fraternity where they draw straws and they get dared, but I just couldn't think, you know. How am I supposed to think of a hot air balloon? I was thinking of a freaking car.
Mystery. Detective Harrison was investigating an odd case. Surprise, surprise. A man was found dead in his office, still sitting at his desk.
Heart attack.
The office was locked from the inside. There was no weapon in the room, and the man did not commit suicide. The only thing near the body was a sealed envelope lying on the desk in front of the victim. After carefully examining the crime scene, Harrison informed the police that there's been a murder. Can you guess what happened? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's put 15 seconds on the clock.
That's so stupid. How am I supposed to think? They poisoned the envelope. You know, he looked at it, it smelled like weed, and he wanted some, so he tried to lick the envelope, and he ended up licking rat poison. And that's how he died. He got a heart attack. He was like, ooh, I got a wife. Fuck.
The man was indeed murdered. The glue on the envelope was poisoned, and he died after licking it to seal the envelope. Oh my, another life has been stamped out.
I got that right.
Number 5,
I don't care.
Murder
I got
in
it
a restaurant.
Right. I got it right. Let's go. That's
One Sunday evening, a man was found killed in the bathroom of Malcolm's Bar and Grill. The police interviewed everyone who had been in the restaurant at the time of the murder and got the following information. The cook had been slicing tomatoes. The manager was getting the mail. The waitress was cleaning the tables. The bartender had been mixing cocktails. And Mr. Blake, a regular at the restaurant, was reading a newspaper. After listening to all the suspects, the police had no problem arresting the murderer. So how on earth did they figure it out with just those tidbits of information?
The bartender
Your
had been
time
mixing
starts
cocktails.
now.
Mr. Blake was reading a newspaper. The waitress was cleaning tables. The cook had been slicing tomatoes, and the manager was getting the mail. It's obvious, okay? While the manager was out getting the mail, he stopped by the bathroom to kill Mr. Guy. Let's find out. So, you know, you guys, if you want, you know, 10 seconds. What can I say?
It was the restaurant manager who killed the man. He said that he had been getting the mail at the time of the murder, but the mail doesn't run on Sundays. Number 6, blood ties.
That was my first one. That's 2.
Millionaire John Martin was found dead in his home with a bullet hole in his forehead.
Ooh.
The investigating detective spoke to his 3 sons, Jack, John, and James, who had been home at the time of the murder.
Okay.
According to Jack, earlier that evening, he, John, and their father had been at an official reception. They came home and entered the foyer. First his father walked in, then John, then Jack himself was last. As their father was heading upstairs to go to bed, James entered the foyer and shot him dead. John confirmed Jack's statement. James said he had been out with his friends that night. When he arrived home, his father was already dead. The detective understood everything from the get-go. He knew who's lying and who's telling the truth. More importantly, he knows who to arrest. What about you? Can you tell which son is lying and who betrayed their father? Your 15 seconds start now.
All right. So let's end this night. Let's end this video on 3-3, okay? So, if Jack and John, I'm already sure James is telling the truth. He was out with his friends when he got home. It's gotta be Jack. I'm gonna say Jack. Why reason? I ain't got no reason. I'm just saying Jack.
Not one, but 2 sons lied, John and Jack. They are the murderers. If James had killed their father, the bullet would have entered the back of his neck and moved upward through his skull. Remember, they both said he was going upstairs. So, how many of these strange cases did you manage to solve? Go on, boast about your awesome detective skills in the comments below. If you had a good time watching this video, share it with your friends, and remember to hit the like button.
I'll hit that like button. Alright, how did you do? Let me know. Do you want more riddles? I'm sorry, I wanted to bring up gaming videos, so I had to bring some riddles, okay? Sorry if your brain hurts, alright? You gotta learn things though, Mr. Guys. Yeah. So, you got one right, alright? I'll give you a round of applause. You got all of them right, you're a damn liar, okay? I know you're lying, alright? So don't go saying in the comments, I got all of them right. Hell no. Hell no. Subscribe to Brightside because obviously this is their video. I don't know how it works. If they tell me to remove it, then I'm sorry guys. But you know what to do. Subscribe to the SUPASIDE YouTube. Like if you enjoyed. If you got one right, you might as well subscribe. Well, I'm stupid. Did you beat me? Don't go tell me you got more. Alright? You didn't get no. Alright? Yeah. And I'll see y'all later.